Ooh, we're live. Let's go. All right. Showered and everything. We are ready. All right. Let's see the reveal over here. Bang. Oh, no city action. We got tag. Oh, man. We got cards and content. EJ, what's good? Beef Supreme. Sly Blue. Johnny, hello. Clark, what's good? Rock Cards, hello. What's good, guys? Man, we miss doing these. Alex and I used to always do these TUM Talk Tuesdays, and they were always fun for us because it was our way of being able to connect with the hobby, with the community, kind of giving you guys an update on everything TUM Nation. So we got a lot of things working right now. I do have this going on as well, too. But yeah, so some stuff that we want to go over. I'm hoping that you guys are staying tuned with all the stuff that we got going on. But yeah, this is to kind of give you a little bit of an inside scoop of mine and Alex's lives, and this is pretty much it. Alex should be hopping in here pretty soon, I'm hoping. So, but for the meantime, if you guys got any questions, man, let me know. I'd love to answer them for you. Switch the camera back to my awesome face here. There's Alex right there. Boom. Let's go ahead and block his ass. Just playing. Here we go. Alex, go ahead. Let me get Alex in here. There he is. We are good to go. Oh, yeah. Alex is here. There it is. There it is. Accept. There he is. Woo!
What's up?
What's up?
Hold on a second. I gotta make sure this screen is glistening for me.
Ooh, why is it all blurry, dude?
I'm always on the phone. I was doing all the work, bro.
You are, I know, and we'll talk about that today too. Jeremiah Hoopery, what's good?
Yeah, can we get into let's get into detail about that. I want everyone to know who carries the load around here. You know what I mean?
All right. We will definitely get into that. Don't worry, Alex will get his high praise and how. But
I need it. I'm a words of affirmation.
Wouldn't want to be partners and do this fucking crazy journey with anyone else, man. Because it takes a group of madmen like CNC right there, yourself and me to continue on with this journey. It just hit me, man. I posted about it yesterday, but I can't believe that we're back at Pachanga. That's going to be exciting. But it's just to coming from the barbershop to where we are now, man. It's massive growth that we've been able to kind of go through.
It is, man. Have you ever thought about the differences from Planet Hollywood and Las Vegas to now being at Pachanga again, or even the first Pachanga to this one? Like, what your mindset and your logic behind the whole move? Like, what have you ever thought about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think about it all the time, honestly. I mean, I think about how much we've grown as show promoters. We first started this thing off with us just wanting to build something for the hobby, for the community. You know, we saw an opportunity there that San Diego didn't really produce yet, which was a premiere show. So that's what we wanted to do. And then we're like, oh, a premiere show that we can't do in San Diego, but Vegas looks like they're open. So let's go out there. And we went in there blind, man. And just to kind of give some context in that, because when we first started that, we had maybe 1,500 followers when we started Union Marketplace and we started to do shows, or we started that show. So it's, what's it called? Just the amount of growth that we've been able to kind of accomplish these last year and a half, 2 years has been pretty insane. But we did that show in 45 days. For the people that don't know us, that were part of that first 1,500 followers that were part of that journey, we hosted a show at Planet Hollywood within 45 days of saying, we should do this. And I think we've learned now.
It's literally how it went, right? Like,
yeah.
Hey, you want to do this?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should do this.
I know. Yeah, we did. But I mean, we executed. We got it done.
Yeah, we did. That's still one of my favorite shows. I don't know if it's because of the nostalgic feeling to it, or what it was. Maybe it was just because it was our first baby that we ever created. But that was still a really cool show. I remember meeting a few of the big guys for the first time, like Mikey from Pull Wax.
Right.
I remember Blez coming up with just cases on cases up the elevator with cards. And
I know. That was like the first 6-figure deal that we saw at one of our shows. And we're like, happening right now. And now you know, not that we have it all the time, but it's pretty amazing that we're able to provide a platform, a space for people to make these type of transactions, you know. So it's pretty awesome, man.
What do you think the biggest change from that show to this show has been, outside of the growth of that you kind of were talking about, touching on? What do you think's been the biggest change for us?
The biggest change for us, it's really just our mindset and understanding what we are, like how we're supposed to provide for this community. And as much as we want to produce like a card show, we have to see ourselves outside of the card business for a second there, in order for us to see this thing grow. So you already know I say it all the time, but for us to grow, we have to continue to invite people that don't know about us, you know, about this community, about this hobby. And that's what we're so adamant about. And, you know, the street team that you're putting together, the amount of work that you're putting in, is not going unnoticed. I mean, it shows within our last show that we had, dude, in Del Mar, 30% of our guests were brand new, never been to a car before. Like, that's insane to me, you know? And a lot of that was because of your hard work out there, man. So thank you.
Of course.
And to let you guys know, this isn't scripted or anything like that. Alex and I, every time we talk, it's always about business or we're talking about our kids. So when we talk about business, it's the structure and it's the systems that we're trying to develop within the business. You and I never actually get to talk about these kind of things. Like, what are your thoughts about our growth? Like, these are all fresh concepts that you and I don't really get to talk about. So I think this will be fun, man.
Yeah, no, it is kind of interesting. Thanks for having me on the show, by the way.
Oh,
I'm sure you could have plenty of guests. So I'd like to first off just say thank you.
You're welcome. My guest, Alex, over here.
But no, I agree. I think when you're in the trenches, you get kind of just consumed with it. So you don't have a time. We haven't really had time to really reflect. I know you tell me every once in a while, like, dude, like, look, it's like sit back and just like think about what we created in that amount of time. And it is pretty special. And I think we can take a moment and, you know, admire it and be like, that's cool. But I think by that time, we're already in our mind moving on to things we got to do, ways we got to improve. You know, which is honestly, if you were to ask me the same question I asked you, I think that would be it. Is just this has become so dialed in with how we continue to scale and our process that, you know, I feel like our time is a lot more utilized on what can we do to continue to bring new people into the hobby, which I think is the union marketplace's like strongest value.
Yeah.
That they bring to the community, to the hobby, to the industry, is really focusing on that. And sometimes it could be challenging. You got people that not necessarily, you know, familiar with this space, and so try to educate them and teach them something new. It can be a little bit challenging. You got to go to places where you wouldn't normally think you would go as a card show.
Yeah.
And that's what we spent, you know, since the last Del Mar show doing, is getting into those places and letting people know what we're doing. And then also, you know, hearing about their stories. And it's crazy how many stories like I've heard personally on just, so the 2 days ago, I was at a bakery.
Is this a safe story to tell though, or what?
The
Yeah,
what?
tips, what's good? Is this a safe story to tell or what?
Oh no,
All right.
no, this
Okay.
is not.
Like some of these, you mentioned that some of these crazy stories that I'm hearing, and then you went right into a story. I'm like, all right, let's be careful what stories we're about to tell here.
Anyways, I was in a bakery. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I'm a bigger guy. Everybody's always trying to feed me. But anyways, I'm talking to this lady, and she gave me this. I was like, hey, we're doing a card show. She stopped everything. She just looked right at me in the eye. She's like, oh my God, my son still hates me. I'm like, what? Like, what are you? What did I walk into? She's like, yeah, I gave away his Pokemon cards from when he was a kid about 2 years ago, and he still hasn't forgave me. You know what I mean? So I was just, it was funny to just see this lady who had no correlation with the hobby instantly see the buzzer go off, and she's like, yeah, I need to go back and try to restore his collection. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's something like that almost every time I walk into a business. Maybe not that dramatic, but there's always some affiliation with collecting, and my son does this or used to do this. And so it's really cool to put those pieces together and let them know what we're doing, because there is a lot of interest, untapped interest out there, I guess is the point.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's why it's so powerful. And these things that we're doing right now are important, you know, and raising awareness to that is like, we want everybody to talk about it. Like
Yeah.
this community partnership and relationship shouldn't just be, like promoters doing this. So
No.
everyone can kind of relate to, like, have a very similar conversation with someone on a daily basis, just by talking about cars.
I mean, that's how we met.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
Oh yeah.
the backstory of us meeting was literally through cards. I brought, some Tom Brady's for people who haven't heard the story. I brought like 3 rookie Tom Brady Bowmans to
Mhm.
this dude, and I'm dropping like thousands of dollars off to this dude, and I'm trying to fill him out. So I'm giving this dude a call like every other day, like, how's it going? He's like, dude, I haven't sent your cards out yet. I'm like, yeah, but what do you think they're gonna grade? And so, that was a relationship that was formed, essentially turned into the Union Marketplace. But I imagine there's tons of stories. As a matter of fact, I know there's tons of stories. I see guys' relationship evolve through shows. I see guys meeting at shows, and next thing you know, they're flying out to wherever together, or booking the same table. And
Oh, dude.
it's a very unique. I just think it's a very unique hobby, and I think it really formed. There's a lot of great people in it. I've
I
noticed.
also think it's still very small to what it can actually potentially get to. So, again, we just all got to speak about it, talk about it, and invite someone brand new. Yeah, I know it sounds like church because it's like invite someone brand new, but honestly, that's how this community needs to grow. It's like invite someone brand
Yeah.
new, and see if they fall in love with it. But we're here to kind of give everybody like a little feedback on Pachanga, how that's going, put some statistics out there as well too, our marketing campaign. These are all things that we're going to try to address in the next 20 to 15 minutes or 20 to 30 minutes here. And these are just things that we want you guys to know really about where we are as a company and what we're doing, so that way we can kind of contribute to this amazing community. So again, it'll be Union Marketplace at Pachanga is what we're going to go through. Then we're going to go into our marketing campaign, talk about our local shows, and then just vending 101. Sound good?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I got to reveal these. Ooh, these are
That's the
all
only reason I'm here, bro.
from Tag.
Go.
I know you can say what you guys want about this, but for me, for personal collection, because I am a collector at heart, I never got really into the flipping aspect of cards. I was always a collector, and I like to. Reason why I like BGS so much is because they had those subgrades. Now this takes it to another level where I know exactly why the card graded that way. So it's not as painful when you get a bad grade. I'm saying that now because I'm sure I'm going to cry with some of these 5s and 6s I'm about to get, but it's okay. All right, so Pachanga Resort and Casino, man. So it's 40,000 square feet. It's going to be over at Pachanga Resort and Casino, the Summit Center over there. We were able to get the entire space. I did a walkthrough yesterday, Alex. Like I was telling you, and I got to do a little bit of content out there, but just kind of, manifest everything into what's happening in July. And that place is just amazing. You're doing a lot of work right now. So when it comes down to Pachanga, what are you doing right now to make sure that we pack this place up?
Yeah. So I mean, I'm doing a number of things. Some of these things are newer concepts, like getting out into the community and really meeting these business owners in the area. Obviously, one thing we like to do is get marketing materials where there's high traffic amounts of people. But Pachanga are Temecula's a little bit, north of where we're from. So really getting in there and introducing myself, talking to these people, familiarizing them with the Union Marketplace, and then also letting them know it's a card show, it's a collectible show.
Right,
Bring out the
it's-
family.
So it's
What's
just like,
that?
give it an example of like these businesses that you're reaching out to. Like how does that kind of look like? And I want to be as
Yeah.
detailed as possible because there could be someone watching right now that wants
Yeah.
to host their own show in their city, and we want to give you guys a blueprint to do that. So yeah,
Yeah. I mean, it's very grassroots, and it's very,
for sure,
I
Steve, we
guess you would
should.
say conventional marketing, to where you're in there and actually walking through the doors, introducing yourselves. Normally I'll have a small conversation with them. I let them know what we're doing, hand out any marketing materials, but not only that, figure out what's going to be valuable for that
There
business
you
that
go.
I'm walking into,
Collect it up.
and getting some marketing materials from them to be able to give away to our people. So really, when I say making a partnership, it's not just going and sticking up a poster or, handing out flyers. It's deeper than that,
Yeah,
right? Some people, you can tell, like, they just don't want anything to do with it, and that's fine. Like, I totally get it. But getting in there and figuring out, okay, what is it that we can provide with our following and the people that we're going to bring to these businesses. So figuring out, then tailoring kind of what it is I'm going to say to some of these businesses, but really just letting people know about what it is we're doing, the hobby. And it's been a lot of receptive people that are really receptive. So
What's the
it's
what's
definitely great. It's definitely some humility for sure. I think in the
oh, for sure.
beginning it was like shit, like this is a daunting task. You know, you look around, there's fucking, you know, brick and mortar everywhere. I can't accomplish getting to every single one of these businesses, but all it really takes is a few good interactions, and next thing you know, like you have that momentum in keeping on going. You're realizing, dang, this is really going to pay off
Yeah.
for this show.
I-
So that's kind of a
yeah.
baseline of what I've been doing. And then another thing is really connecting with these sports programs. Because like I said before, you know, at the last Del Mar show, was the most kids I've ever seen at any show. Like it was crazy, and it was cool because it was like the fruits of our labor were paying off, and we saw what we're doing was working. Because the marketing sometimes, and we've tried to dial this in, figuring out what's working for us and having those community partner numbers on the tickets. But essentially, sometimes you just don't know. Like you don't know what really works, but you got to just kind of try everything.
Yeah.
So connecting with the sports teams out in Temecula is going to be a huge one, and that's another daunting task. Just to, you know, I mean, I know you've been in it with me in the trenches with me, and just getting a hold of who you need to get a hold of can be a challenging task. But also, again, for them, providing value and seeing what we can do as a company and as a hobby, really. Because I feel like I put the hobby on my back sometimes as opposed to the union marketplace, which is just one kind of sample bit of the hobby. And getting those free packs out there, getting these kids familiar with what trading cards are, collecting, even flipping if that's the route they want to go. But being out at these games on the fields and connecting with the people I need to connect with is some of the things that I'm doing and will continue to do leading to the Changa.
And I mean, that's the biggest thing about it. So, you know, we've always said that we want to do the DQ. What's good? We've always said that we were going to do the YSO thing, to get the street thing, and we did it, but in like little spurts, right? So we were never really consistent with it.
Yeah.
And our last show, we're like, all right, we got to hammer this down. It was the last 3 or 4 weeks of Del Mar when we're starting to see the trend, and we're like, well, I don't know if we're going to hit the numbers we need to hit,
Yeah.
for us to even stay in business, you know. So Alex took it upon himself to go out there, make sure that this job was done, and my guy was out in every single city park, or what's called every single plaza out there, putting out posters and flyers, and make sure that people knew about us. And again, the results speak for itself. 30% brand new people that saw a flyer. Funny thing is that I was in Hawaii, right? And I told you this story. I was in Hawaii a few weeks before our show, and I find out that there's a card show.
Mhm.
And I find out that I found out about this card show in Hawaii because I went to a boba place. Of course, I'm Filipino. I love my boba. So I had to go get my boba. And there's a flyer right there that says there's going to be a card show this weekend. So, of course, I stopped by. It shows you the power of these community partnerships. It got me from someone from San Diego that was there for not even going to a card show, had no card show except for the ones that we were producing in my mind to attend.
Yeah.
See it at a boba place, and I'm like, now I need to go because it's only a block and a half away from my hotel. I might as well stop by. Went over there, got some Pokemon cards, and I had a good time. So it was like it's the power of that. And anyone, again, I know Collected Us has a show, and we talked about this as well too. And really, the community, the owning your own backyard is so important to growing this hobby. And I don't think we do enough of that. So anyone that's aspiring to do it, start with a street team. It doesn't cost you much money.
Mhm.
It does cost you some time, and there's obviously effort, and there's an ego. There's something in our head too, a little like an ego voice is saying like, man, you're too good for this, because I know I had it, and I have it still. And sometimes you just gotta tell that voice to shut up and just go out there and do it.
Yeah, like Kobe said, get over yourself.
Get over yourself, you know. And you and I say that to each other all the time, like, just get over yourself and do it. Man, so that's powerful stuff, because if there's anyone that's aspiring not just to host their own show, but to promote any type of business that they have, start there. Instagram is cool and it can get followers, but it doesn't really matter if all thousands of those followers can't make it to your brick and mortar, your show, whatever it may be. So start basic, start walking.
Yeah, I mean, you always can leave a stronger footprint with someone by, after you're done with that interaction with them, how you leave them feeling. Like there's no supplement for that.
100%.
And you talked about doing it with your barbershop before, and I know for me, when I meet someone that leaves that imprint on me, where I'm like, damn, this is a cool dude, or I respect the way he's hustling, he's out there doing it. Like, oh, I'm probably gonna go check it out.
You have to. If you like, it's just that respect that you automatically gain. Was like, man, this guy's willing to come out here and speak to me for 10, 15 minutes. The least I could do is support his event. And it sounds crazy, but now because we have this mindset, and what's exciting about our future is that we never thought about it this way for 2 freaking years, dude. Like, you and I have never thought about just owning our own backyard. It's always been, who's in it right now? Let's try to get as much of the people in the community now to go to our backyard, or to go to our home, versus the people that are around us. There's more than enough people in Southern California to get 3,000 or 4,000 people at. I drove around Temecula yesterday and I was texting you. I was like, there's no way we can't get 6,000 people from here. Like, Temecula has over 1.1 million or 1 million people.
Right.
Just in Temecula alone, there's no way. There's no excuse. If we do what we're supposed to do, there's no excuse for us to not get, to get less than 6,000 people at our show. So that's a challenge for us. And I put that in our last post there, just to kind of give you some statistics where we are with Pachanga. Tables are 50% full. So we're ahead of the game there. I know vendors like to, not wait last minute to book their table, because I get it. It's a scheduling thing. And, but the tables are 50% booked. And I think this is the fastest we've booked out any of our shows, being just about 90 days away, 3 months away, and we're half full. So that's
because we didn't plan until 45 days before. So.
Yeah, that's true. We never even had 90 days before, right? So that's the difference. But we're 50% booked there. We're hoping to be booked up by mid-May. So hop on a table if you're able to. What's next? Again, the posters that you have up there right now, we have, I think it's 35 posters up. Those are community partners. And like Alex was saying, these aren't just like, hey, I'm going to put up your poster and here it is, just like Shen Yun. That's Alex's arch enemy right now.
No, it's like, I'm their biggest fan, dude. I feel bad I haven't gone to a show yet.
But we want to go, right? Like, you and I are going to go, because it's so in our face that we have to go. Oh, man, thank you for getting a table this weekend. Appreciate it. But yeah, so like we're at 35 right now, but we're trying to get to 400 posters up, and we have another 90 days. So we got some work to do on that end. We have 1,400 flyers out right now in the community. We're getting that up to 10,000 flyers. And then we also, what other statistics am I missing out here?
I mean, obviously the social media, digital ads, or digital marketing that we have going on all platforms. Yeah. Some of them we're still trying to learn, like TikTok, man. I don't know. I just can't.
You don't want to.
I can. I should take that back. I can figure it out. I just haven't taken the time to really understand what it is.
I think
there's a lot of people, a lot of kids on there.
We just need a designated day where me and you learn one of these TikTok dances, and let's just do it. No, you don't want it. All right. Well, EJ's helping us a lot with that, man, and he's really crushing it when it comes down to producing content for us. Yeah. There's never enough though content, and we want to keep informing you guys of everything Union Marketplace. So that's kind of the statistics that we have right now in terms of projections. We're projecting 4,000 people at the moment to attend the Pachanga show. We need to get it to 6,000. Capacity of that place is 7,200. Fuck, I want to hit capacity. So the only way to really do that is to keep talking about what we're doing, and hopefully people will share what we're trying to provide here. So that's what I got for Pachanga. I know we already talked about our marketing campaign and what we're doing there.
Yeah.
Really, the next thing that we got to talk about is our local shows. Again, this is I hope that our local shows inspire you guys out there to host your own local show within your own city or your own county. It's not very hard. If you need the pitch on how to approach these people, these business owners, let us know, because we'd love to help you out with that. Again, for us, we just want to continue to grow this thing, and we don't necessarily have to. We can't do it alone. We need everybody to be able to do it. And man, Big Baller Breaks, thanks for spreading the word. I really appreciate that. But yeah, so if these community partners that we're building, as you can tell, a lot of them are breweries. So this is just a nice little tip for you guys. If you're hoping to host anywhere from a 10 to 15 table show, it doesn't have to be massive. Some of my favorite shows, actually, like this last show was one of my favorite ones. It was a good time. It's just always a good vibe. It's the same people most of the time that come through. And then you also are attracting people that are brand new to the hobby. A lot of times in these breweries, because we ask for them to keep the brewery open. We don't want a private event and invite only people in the community. We want people that are brand new to go see what cards are all about. So people that are going there with their friends and family and they're grabbing a drink, they're like, what are these vendors doing? And then all of a sudden now we're getting those guys coming back because of our show. So it's kind of cool that it's working out that way. And I highly encourage everyone out there to create a community partner, see if you can host a show at theirs. And it doesn't have to be a brewery. It could just be an open space that that they just let you put up some tables and make some friends with vendors. So
Yeah. Yeah, and I think also too, another great thing about these satellite events or monthly shows is that I've seen a lot of vendors that have set up and they've told me that this is my first time setting up. I'm like, oh, first time? Oh, cool. Thanks for coming. Like, welcome to the Union Marketplace.
it's like one,
They're like, no, this is my first time like setting up ever. And I think it could be a little intimidating for some people if you've never done it. Like, if you've never set up and you don't know what that really entails. So you're able to get to a satellite monthly event and really feel it's not intimidating. It's a little less tables, less people. You can kind of figure out what works for you, and it could be a great trial run at some of these satellite events. And I think this past weekend we had one of the vendors. This was the very first time, and you could tell like he's almost seemed like a little bit nervous, which I get. I mean, I'm sure I don't even remember my first time, but I imagine I was pretty nervous. I still probably get nervous now, like especially if I'm in a place where I'm not familiar with a whole bunch of people. So it was a great, opportunity for him to figure out what it's all about, see if he likes it, and I think that's something that we shouldn't keep on encouraging people to do, and especially this younger generation, and getting them involved behind the table,
yeah,
and
yeah,
really figuring out like, it's exhausting. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of preparation, and if you're an introvert like myself, I'm like a hybrid, but if you're an introvert like myself, it's by the end of the day you're ready for bed, dude.
oh yeah. Yeah, it's definitely exhausting. Like, you put up a good point. It's a nice entry level. It's a good feeler to see if you really want to become a vendor in one of these bigger shows.
Hmm.
Get into a local show, not just ours, but look into your local shows and see if you could get a table there and try it out. It could be something that, like what I did with my kid. If you can follow him, is
Yeah.
Wiley, right? And I asked my son, he's 7 years old, and I'm like, what do you want to do when you grow up? He goes, I want to be like you, but I want to own businesses. I'm like, okay, it's not easy, I'm telling you. So I'm putting him through the trenches right now.
Mm.
And, Junior Marketplace gave me a platform to do that with my son, who's 7 years old. He created his own Wiley packs. I'm teaching him how to break down the P&L. Like, he understands the terminology of profit and losses, right? It's what's the revenue versus net profit. Like, it's awesome to be able to have this conversation with my 7-year-old. And again, these local shows, not just ours, I want to say all local shows out,
Mm.
it gives you that ability to just try something new. So
Yeah.
yeah, and
It's a great entry
yeah,
level, and I really think we have a lot of responsibility too. Take if it is somebody's first time, it's almost like the emphasis needs to be like it's one of our national shows, and everything needs to be buttoned up to that level, because this is really going to be the taste in their mouth
yeah,
that they're left with.
yeah,
And thankfully he had a great show. He's excited to come back, but literally
yeah.
first time, loves it, and I'm excited to see where he goes. He had a really good show.
There you go. Next thing is we're supposed to be doing a raffle here for the people that left us feedback, for our vendors. For us guys, if as an attendee or as a vendor, we always want to hear feedback from you guys. mainly because we're always trying to improve and get better. Some new things that we learned from that feedback is like we're undermanned. We needed a little help in terms of our things that we could produce through our website, and man, we now have an amazing business partner that we added onto the staff and onto the team that's going to really get us into that next level. So I would definitely stay tuned and always viewing our website, because there's always going to be a change there now by adding this new partner. And I'm excited to see where that grows into, because his vision is much bigger than ours. When you and I have a hard time sending email, it's going to be fun to see where this thing goes in the next 5 to 6 months. I don't have that list, unfortunately, right now with me, so I'm going to do the raffle separately. But yes, we're going to be giving out a table to one of the people that that did leave a feedback, leave feedback from our last Del Mar show. I'll email them all this weekend and get that all situated out. So sorry I didn't get that prepared, but we will make sure that happens this week. And lastly, for me, I want to open up these tag cards, dude. So can I get to it or what?
Let's go. What did you submit? Let's go. Let's show me.
All right, cool. Let's go. How do I flip this thing backwards now? Oh, there it is. I figured it out. All right, here we go. Let's go. Tag. All right. This one I opened, but I didn't open the packs. I just love the experience, man. From Tag is it's dope because it's a full-on experience from the beginning, right? You don't only just get your slabs and you have to go through them, but they're also in cool-ass cases like this. And again, these are all PC cards, nothing for sale. Of course, there's always a price for everything, but I don't think you guys want to buy my PC cards anyway. So this one, wow, this is funny. This is actually, this makes no sense for anyone except for the people that used to break with us, okay? So, oh shit, let's go, 10, baby.
Yeah.
Anyways, this John Stockton card, when Christian and I, through Nostalgic Avenue, we used to break all the time, and we used to break Optic. And Christian and I said, every time John Stockton comes out, and mind you, this is when, This is when boxes of cards and blasters were only $19.99. So when we used to break, we said every time John Stockton comes out, we're going to add a blaster to the break. So there was one break that started off as a 10 box break that turned into like a 14 box break because this fool came out 4 times. So good times. But that one's actually going out to my boy Christian, because
no wonder you guys aren't breaking anymore, dude.
Exactly.
I want to join that break.
I told you, man, I don't know how to make money in this thing. I'm too much of a collector, dude. All right, let's go. That's a nice little 10. We got a little Terrence Mann action. Oh, let's go.
Damn.
2 for 2. Hey, you want to buy this off me off eBay?
Yeah, why don't you tell him that story?
Oh, why don't you tell him that story? Why don't you tell him that story? That was a great story. I'm opening packs right now. Go ahead, tell him that story right now. I want to put Terrence Mann right here.
Yeah. So I'm trying to haggle a price on a Terrence Mann card with a random dude on eBay. It turns out to be this dude, and he's rejecting all my offers, which I think they were fair offers.
I know. I was just and I see this guy's name after he purchases it. I'm like, Alex, did you just buy a card 7.5? Little Anthony Edwards. See, I don't feel bad because I'm gonna scan this and I'm gonna know exactly what happened.
Hot Cheetos.
Huh?
Hot Cheetos. That's his nickname.
Hot Cheetos. Yeah, it was so funny. I'm like, Alex, you just buy a freaking Terrence Mann card? Like, bro, you just bought it for me.
And you ship it? You ship it too?
Yeah. Dude, I'm so stoked about this one.
That's dope.
Let's go. Oh, yeah.
That's a nice card.
That's what's it called? That could be Kobe's last Prism card, I think, or something, or a Panini card. It was a Prism 2019-20. So. Boom. There's your boy Jordan Poole. Nice little 9 action.
Is that a rookie?
Yeah. Yep. Certifies that graffiti art one. Dude, this is dope. Just like opening packs and getting surprised.
Yeah, I love how uniformed it looks.
Another
like you can open a product.
Teabag that, dude. Want to go to the court, dude? That's what I'm gonna do to you. You're right. I can't joke anymore. Here we go. Next one. Come on. What else we got here? Ooh, KD. Nice little shimmer action. This is out of 25. That's a dope card.
That's nice.
That is a dope card. Again, these are all PC. None for sale. Might be giving some away to some kids. We shall see. Dude, this one's dope.
Ooh,
Come
penny.
on blue color match. Let's go. Out of 125.
Did you pull all these, or you?
It's either I pulled them or I bought them off someone, or I'm watching a break and I'll see someone pull it and I want it. So, oh, 1 of 1. Yes, sir. Let's go. Now I got to get the whole freaking rainbow. God damn it. I got the 1 of 1. If you're
Yeah,
gonna
that's the hard. That's the
rainbow,
hardest one.
if you're
Good
gonna start
job.
get a rainbow, you might as well start with that one. God, I'm stoked with that one. Let's go. All right. Woo-hoo. I'm in heaven right now, bro. This is what I'm made to do. Oof, another 10. Adding to the LT collection.
Have you completed the rainbow on that?
No. So that's why I'm like, I'm never going to start a rainbow again unless I get the 1 of 1.
No, you don't have the 1-on-1.
Yeah. A few more too. I think I need like the Nebula, a couple of them. I think like 5 left, but they're like the hardest ones to find, of course. So
LT.
Another LT. Non-action. Boom. Like these. I think these are all LT now. The rest of them are all LT, part of the rainbow. Oh, another LT. There you go. We got a 10. Yes, sir. Out of 45. And what else we got? Try to speed it up here.
So
Sorry, guys.
did you check these cards out before you subbed them, and these were with grade high? That's a nice card.
Sick. All right, this was a PSA 9. I still have the label and everything, and look at it, graded a 9. So stoked with that. There you go. PSA 9 turned into a tag 9. All right. Box 2. Best day ever, dude. Oh, this one was too thick. Kamaru Usman. It's all good. Kamaru, man, that last fight that he had was rough. All right, more LT. Another 10, though. Let's go. Pink camo. All right, something light. What else you got, Alex? You got any questions for me, dude?
No, I feel like I'm watching a break right now.
I know it's
Dialed in. I feel like I'm watching CNC.
25. The CNC still breaking? I need to hop on a break with the CNC.
Oh, thank God.
No, was he just roasting everyone or what?
No, it's just spent way too much money with that dude. He's too good of a salesman.
Oh, another 9. Look at all these LTs, dude. How sick is that? Let's go. Some more. Keenan Allen. Wow. Nice little Genesis action. If you can't tell, I'm a Chargers fan. All Chargers all day. Oh, this one's dope. I like this one right here. I might actually chase this rainbow.
The Breeze rainbow?
Yeah. Because of what the Breeze, but the select Breeze, because he's in the Chargers.
I like that tie-dye.
Yeah. But again, if I gotta go, I gotta get a 1 of 1 though. Kobe. Oh, let's go. Nice little VIP gold pack, laser prism, tenner. Yes, sir. Kobe getting love today. I got a few more packs, guys, and then I'm hopping off. Look at that. Alex can't even wait. Look, another Kobe. Boom.
Let Wiley play with his cards for a little bit.
Thank you. Did you see this one? How sick was that, huh? 10, baby.
Is that a 10?
Yep. Zach Levine. Oh, no, this is Lauri Markkanen, 10. He's actually balling out, right?
What year is that?
He was with the Jazz, so they're gone. Well, he was balling out. He made the All-Star at least. Lauri Markkanen out of 10, gold. Boom. That's not a PC, so if anyone wants that, it was gold. I was like, let me get this thing graded.
Is that the year they didn't put the RC shield on there?
No, pretty sure. Yeah, they had the RC shield on that. I think they've always had the RC shield. What's this one? Oh, I pulled this one. I don't know if he's any good, but it's out of 5. Baseballers. Is he good? Martin Jimenez. Out of 5. Boom. I hope he's good because he got a 10. Let's go. Fuzzies. This guy's dope. He just lost though. But I think he's got potential. He's still pretty young. He's like 26 years old. So look out for Fuzzies cards. That division's just wild. 155ers. Oh, Aspinall. Let's go. Auto with a 10.
Yeah.
That's going to be the future heavyweight champ right there. Yep. Pin it. I'm telling you. That guy's got everything. Oh, yeah. He's a monster. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He's got quick hands. The reason why he lost his last fight, he tore his ACL, like, as he was shooting in. So.
That's a freak accident.
Oh, shock moth. This guy is a monster, too. So, that's going to be future. I like UFC cards, as you can tell. Boom. 10-10s, and Tag likes me with UFC. All right. Woohoo! Damn, I want to open more, dude. I'm done. That's it for me. All right, I'll flip it back to my face now. All right, y'all. Anything else, Alex?
No, I think that's it, man. I'm looking forward to these TUM Talk Tuesdays. Looking forward to letting people know what we're going to do and what we are doing. And we just appreciate all you guys' support, man. Like, shit, even we just come on here and bullshit. I'm down for that, too. TUM Talk Tuesday.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what we did today, but
That's what we always do.
yeah, that is true. All right, we love you guys. We'll see you soon. Stay tuned. You already know CNC is going to come out with some extra.
Yeah, when are we going to get CNC on the show? Let's bring CNC on the show next week.
All right.
Yeah.
EJ, you in? We'll talk about marketing, baby.
All right, guys.
All right, guys. Peace, everybody. Take care.